Welcome to the stage.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I'm Marité Flores, and this is my first remote. It's a real pleasure to be here to join this community, which is completely different than I'm used to deal before. But what a great energy. What a great energy with Orgullo Latino, especially because I was born in Peru. You know where Pisco it was created. And okay, so I can feel all what you say yesterday about Peruvians. And oh yes, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, but I built a life in Europe. First in Spain, in Barcelona, and then in France, which I currently live. Pero tengo el corazón latino. So, I'm here today to speak about data. So, big data, AI. So, thank you, girls. So inspiring what you say. And I hope to really show you with this presentation of what we did, that we are aligned in some parts. So, yeah, I have 20 minutes. That is going to be a challenge. So, to do that, but I will do my best to don't sound too serious about it. Just a little explanation of who we are. Mabrian was born in a little island in Spain, Menorca, a beautiful island. The creator was two guys with chanclas, which is flip-flops in Spanish language, and they had a dream to make bright analytics for tourism. So we've been working with in tourist intelligence with different destinations around the world, and yes, and more importantly, and what it's very important to mention here is that what we want to do, or we try to do the best, is to help destinations to understand better all the dynamics and trends in tourists around the globe. Okay, so it's very important, as you mentioned before, to really take better decisions and also faster decisions, because with technology, AI, and data, it's going to be it's really powerful what we can do. So what we do is simple. We track and listen all the travelers' digital footprint in one destination. It looks like a lot of the data. It's big data, but the thing is we are doing that with not any survey or just with real-time data. So all the digital print that the travelers led in one destination before the travels, during the travel, and post-travel. So this is a real behavior that we can really get to understand their preference through their reviews, the way they search one destination, the bookings, all this booking window, for example, that you were mentioned before, that we can see from the connectivity between searches and booking time, which give a great overview about it. And then also we can see all the profiles that we are talking about later, and the gaps, of course. No, it gives us also where are the gaps. And what we are doing with all this information is turn all this data into a clear view of how the people travel, basically. It's a lot of information. Also, we can see we are develop some indicators for sustainability to measure develop some system to measure how is the impact how sustainable is one traveler how is the impact there, and of course. What I want to tell you that data now is not only data, it's more insights and not only numbers. It's more meaning that we want to transform all this data, okay? So it's basically now from Menorca to global, we are helping destinations around the globe, especially in Latin America, that we are becoming very, very relevant. We are now helping a lot of countries and cities around the region. So what we are analyzing today, today we will focus basically in understand key international markets, which is all the profile from US and European markets, which are 7 countries that we take. The most relevant one, US for sure, because it's the main market for the region, and some countries from Europe too, to analyze what drive their preference when they decide to visit Latin America. How is the behavior and what are the profiles? So just to give you a better understanding, what we are doing is take all the countries in Latin America based in what UN tourists say, which are 33 countries for these seven origin markets. So let's zoom into general numbers. The region welcome. This is the number for 2025. The region welcomed over 82 million international travelers to the region in 2025. And there is a strong growth compared with the pre-pandemic levels, which is a good sign. But here is the most important part, and I think there is a huge opportunity because only over 5% is represent the global tourists, travelers. So it means that in Latin America still we can receive and develop a huge opportunity. So there are some numbers. So just opportunity doesn't exist if you cannot reach the places. Air connectivity is key to develop all these these travelers. We are waiting for them. We need destination more connected to the rest of the world. And this is the first filter of demand. With our experience, we know that. And we see how is one destination before the connectivity has changed. So just moving forward with the time, here we see the air connectivity forecast for 2026. With our technology, we can see the future. So this is all the air capacity in seats to the region in Latin America for this year, compared with the last year. For Latin America, from these 7 countries that we choose, so we see basically the data, the connectivity remains stable, but with some shift. There are a slightly decrease in compared with the previous period, especially from US and Germany, which is a global trend, not only for Latin America, also for Asia and Europe. And what is very relevant is the 87% of this air connectivity, of this non-Latin American air connectivity came from these countries. So they are the main ones. These origins are so relevant for the region. And you will see, for example, that there are some increases that are relevant, like, for example, France, which is a good increase for this year. Then here we have the ranking for the main airports in air capacity for this year, also until December, at the end of December, and by growth. It means that here it listed which one are growing in terms of air capacity to the region. And there are some hubs in US that they are not growing. It's around 38%. It's not listed here because it's a lot of information, but I know that it's JFK, or maybe you may know, of course, JFK, Houston, LA, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, that they are decreasing in air capacity. And what is relevant to share this data with you guys, we normally work with destinations, but also we hope that destinations pass through the data to all the companies like yours, because it's so relevant to understand where you put your efforts. Because if you really want to focus in one market with one route or with some package, it's important to know where is the opportunity. And this is give you an overview from which route there is an opportunity to grow. Then also in air capacity, we will see the top 15 best connected countries in the region in terms of air capacity for this year. Mexico is the #1 country, the biggest capacity for this country, from this country. But there is a curiosity here, because even if it's the biggest country in capacity, there is a slightly decrease for this year in capacity. And in the other hand, Ecuador, which is in the top 15, represent a huge opportunity, because air capacity is growing faster than the other ones. So this kind of analysis give you an overview of, for example, where you have to invest your effort or you have to focus on, okay? But here we are, after what we... Now, really, let's talk about what they matter, especially for you that are travel designers. So why do these markets come to visit Latin America? Most of you say it, for sure you know. It's not an answer that I can say, but it's interesting to know what is the global trends and what is all these profiles saying about it. So we can see here in this, this is a general overview. As I remember, we analyzed 7 origin markets to visit the region, Latin America, and we split here between Americans, English, and the rest of Europe, okay? To give you an overview, how is the drivers, what is the demand drivers? They are, the thing is here, what they motivates them to visit here. This is built with traveler voices, mentions and review in all the online platforms and social media. So it based in these reviews and what we say spontaneous talk, social listening, or what you want to call, across all these platforms. So with our technology, we get these mentions and bring all together to create and organize by product and by origin, which I give you an overview in which touristic or which category product for English, American, and Europeans are the drivers. It's okay, it's fine. So what we see here, what you say before, we strongly, basically the active lifestyle, what we call active lifestyle is adventure. Adventure, and it's so relevant in general. These bars, I mean, it's a lot of numbers there, but these bars is a split of how many mentions are per category. We use the technology to cap this and bring into the drivers segmented by origin. So active lifestyle and nature are the 2 most relevant ones, following what is trendy now, and segmented by origin. And then we will see here all these categories or products segmented by all the origins. So here you have the demand drivers opportunity, because it's not the same sometimes the adventure for a German traveler than for American traveler. So even if the adventure is a big traveler around the world, sometimes there are, if you want to go deeper and you want to really segment it, what you are offer, you can see with that, no? You are not selling. With this, you can really focus in what it's offer, what the demand expect. Then also, we were going to see, so we were talking about demand, the demand, all the information that we showed you before, and also just to make a break, this information is going to be with you, because they are going to share with you to analyze deeper, whatever you need after Industry Days. You can ask me, feel free to ask me. I'm just moving forward because I have I have some 5 minutes left. So Peru and Mexico, this is the offer. So we are going to see the offer in this category. So just there is a match. Okay, so we can see the offer, the distribution of activities in the offer published in online platforms. That it's, I know you are travel designers, so you are not working with online platforms to sell your experience, but it's good to know that if we have the if we have the data that came from this online platform, then it's going to be it's a trend, because as you say before, travelers want to be independent. They want to be really sometimes create their own travel. To understand that, it's important to see what is inspired them just to adapt what you can offer. And if they want to choose Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia or Torres del Paine in Chile, they want to do it maybe different because they saw some offers. So if you are aware of this data, maybe you can personalize much better. Doing that, we are going to see the profile that we saw. This is why traveler profile matters, because we really want to offer and segment per origin. So here what we see, this is American and English visitor profile. Let's take a look of these profiles. These are based in post-stay reviews from OTA hotels. Okay, so we take all these reviews and say that they travel mostly as a couple, families, and solo travelers. They prefer high-ending accommodation, and particularly in international recognized brands. So this gives you an overview. Also, there is some curve of seasonality to understand where are the peaks for them. Here also, there is just a data to show you that they prefer hotels versus short-term rental. That of course you are not working with that, but it's good to know how is the preference in terms of choosing accommodations as a global trend. Here there is a driver. The driver for them are still active, nature experience to engage them. And there is a food experience, a food category, a food driver also for them that they are demanding more than ever. So it's good to know what they expect in terms of quality and authenticity, of course, linked with the destinations. And here what we are going to see is the visitor profile, the European visitor profiles. They are what they are, how they are. They are traveling basically as slightly different. Here are all the origins from Europe that we put together. They prefer, for example, they have a different seasonality because they are looking the sun-seeking couples that they escape from the winter from Europe to this region. Also, they are solo travelers, a good trend for German people, and family for French. Family actually is a type of traveler that it's increasing a lot, that we notice that. And also what they value in Latin America is as a premium destination and accessible, because if you compare, for example, the preference in high-ending accommodation, comparing Europe, there is 10% versus 2 or 3%, which is also good to know what the preferences are, more how they perceive us. And then what we are going to see is that they still prefer hotel, but they prefer more than the American and English short-term accommodation. That means that it's a global trend that we notice, not because they want to compete in terms of price, it's because they are looking for another service model, like it's more flexibility, more privacy, more freedom, different kind of service. That is, I think, is a good driver, an opportunity to see for the hotels that try to create this experience for them too. So we put this global trend also, not just to offer a competition, just to see how is the trend in general. And these are the drivers, what what they as most engaging driver for them. Also active, adventure, and food experience in the destination. And also we rate how is the satisfaction of each category, which give you an overview also in which are most satisfied, even if it's not the main one for them. And some key takeaways from this analysis. There are some challenges, of course, and I am running out of time, but it's finishing. Some of the main challenges that we see here is the strength and diversity, their connectivity, address the seasonality by promoting attractive, family, more activities, well-curated, and then better align the offer, what they expect for, because it's very important to really do separate segmentation in products between different nationality. But also we see some opportunities, and to finish, so the thing is, what is the opportunity? We have to take the chance at the advantage that the connectivity with Europe are growing, so most curated or well-curated experience for them, it's very important to know, and then strengthen some drivers that they notice that is more relevant for them, and for sure adapt, as I said before, to all different travelers to really match what they expect in terms not only in product, also in what they want to feel, how they want to connect, and how they want to experience one destination. It's really, really important. This is, I think, and I want to finish with the last part, which is going to be something that you say before, that you mentioned before, that it was, we are working with technology. We know that it's impossible that AI and technology is going to replace what the traveler feels in the destination. So what really matters, and what I really want to learn and to finish, is that data is not here and technology is not here to replace what you are doing. It's just to support you. You support all your decisions and make it faster, maybe, and to see in advance, anticipate to the future. So you already have the most important things: local knowledge, authenticity, creativity, human connection. So what data does help you is to match your offer and these feelings to the travel expectations. So thank you so much, and I hope it works for you.